Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk about how you must live as if you've already received your desires in order to receive them. If you read my book, God's Secret Law of Attraction, you know the basics of the Law of Attraction, and one of the basic principles laid out by Jesus in the New Testament is Mark chapter 11 verse 20 through 24, which says, "Have faith in God, for verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, Be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them." That is the key to getting the manifestations in life that you want, to receiving the abundant life that Jesus came to give you. And it's laid out very plainly, but sometimes people get confused about it because they think it more magical than practical. This is a spiritual truth, of course, but there are physical components to it. Notice that you have to say something, so all things shall come to pass. You'll have whatsoever you say. You have this desire, you pray, and then you believe that you receive, and then you'll have it. So it's not just a matter of sitting around and hoping for something to happen, and oftentimes it gets turned into that. I've known people who want to lose weight, for example, and they just sit around doing nothing. They're eating the same junk food, the same overeating that they've been doing for years, which is why they gained the weight they have in the first place, that they want to get rid of, but they just want to do a few visualizations and hope and dream that something better is going to happen. The weight's just going to magically disappear. I'm not telling you it can't magically disappear. I'm not telling you, oh, it can't just go away without you exercising or eating right. I'm telling you that you don't really believe that you received if you're doing that. Here's why. If you were a healthy person, you believed, I'm at a healthy weight, I'm healthy, I'm muscular, I'm toned, whatever you want to word it, whatever the goal is for you, would a healthy and muscular person be sitting around all day, lounging around, eating junk food, overeating? Of course they wouldn't. So how can you truly from your heart say that you believe that you received when you're not living the life of someone who is that healthy weight, who is in good shape, and yet you're doing nothing to indicate that you are that person? Now, people will sometimes fight this and say, well, what if I'm believing to be a millionaire? Am I going to go out and buy multi-million-dollar houses and stuff? No. This is about your mindset. You don't even have to do anything different necessarily as far as your active work, but you may have to stop doing some things. So, for example, if you want to be the millionaire, that's your dream, that's your goal. You're believing for that. You believed you received. Doesn't mean you go out and just spend millions of dollars. Matter of fact, you find many millionaires and even billionaires don't waste money like that. That's what poor people do a lot. Because the poor people, there's a constant scarcity. So they spend as quickly as they get it because they're afraid there's not going to be more. Where the millionaire sees the value in their money, and rather than go buy some $4,000 television, they think, I could invest that in this new business startup, and that $4,000 will become $20,000 in a few months. Maybe it'll become $1 million over the course of a few years as the business grows. They're just thinking how to put that money to work for them. Then they could buy an entire television store with the money they make. They're always thinking that way. So that's where you would change. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. Being a millionaire is not about spending. It's about having. It's about being that blessed person who has an abundance. And if you're just thinking about it from the perspective of being a spender, being a consumer, it will completely mess you up, and it will cause you to do things that keep you from receiving that end result. It's the same thing with the person trying to lose weight, trying to get to a healthy weight. There are absolutely tools. Visualization's important. Affirmations are very important. But you also have to be that person who is at the healthy weight, even though right now you haven't received. but you believe that you received them when you prayed, and you shall have them. So what does that mean? What would be living the life of a person who is at a healthy weight? Well, here's one thing you do. You'd probably exercise. Now, I'm not even telling you have to exercise. I know someone who lost a lot of weight, about 40 pounds of fat. They didn't exercise, and they didn't purposely change their diet. What they did is they just believed and started seeing themselves in that beautiful, healthy body with that weight gone. The excess weight was gone from them. They literally did the old method of taking a picture of someone that was physically fit. This particular case is a man. So he took a bodybuilder's picture, put his face, cut it out of a picture, and glued it on to the picture of that bodybuilder that matched his body type, except for obviously being in great shape, and looked at that every day as if that was him. And you know what happened? He wasn't as hungry going throughout the day. He didn't want to eat as much. Even though he was still eating some junk food, he was losing weight because he wasn't overeating anymore. There was something that clicked in his brain from his mind pushing forth to his brain. We are this person. We are at this healthy weight. We're healthy and muscular. And the weight started melting off. And as he moved more into that belief, walking in that belief, walking by faith, not by sight, he then started exercising. As a healthy person, he felt up to it now. Now, he wasn't physically healthy yet. He hadn't lost all the weight yet. But by believing that and believing he received when he prayed, the natural result was, I want to exercise. I want to build up my muscles more. I want to be more active. And part of being more active was, I need to get more protein. I need to do this and that and start changing my diet up. None of it was to get that end result. It was because he was already living in that end result. That person who was healthy. So he naturally made changes because he was coming from a perspective of somebody who was at a healthy weight, who was happy with their bodies, and who was trying to do the best thing to keep their body as healthy as possible. If his only goal was just to lose fat, and he wasn't living in the place of being that healthy person, he wouldn't have got his end goal because he never would have started making changes that rapidly started bringing about better results for him. This is one of the reasons why I made my book 200 Rapid Weight Loss Affirmations. It's in audiobook form as well, so you can listen to it and absorb it and get it into your system. Was for people to understand it's not just about changing your diet and changing your exercise, because there are obese people who make diet changes and who exercise and are still obese. You have to change who you see yourself to be, who you are. If you're seeing yourself as that fat person still, that person who's out of shape, who doesn't have any energy, that's what you believe for. But we're talking about believing for the best you can possibly have. Whatever that means for you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be weight loss. Maybe you're a trim person, but you have no muscle, or you just don't have any energy. It doesn't matter what the end goal is, okay? I'm just talking about that because it's more relatable. People can understand that you have to live in the end. So I'll talk about a different illustration, like the millionaire. What does the millionaire do? Do they go out and waste money? No. They invest their money. They think wisely. That money that maybe they go waste on a video game, they look at that and say, well, it's $60, $100, whatever it is, that could go toward this course over here that would help me improve myself. They're always thinking about investing them in themselves. We're always improving and bettering ourselves. Now, so if you go to the store, are you cutting out coupons to save 5 and 10 cents and 25 cents? Do you think a millionaire is going through their life wasting their valuable time cutting out coupons to save a quarter? I'm not telling you to waste money and not be frugal, but that is done from a poverty mentality. You'll find if you put more value in your time instead of more value in money, which is what poor people do most of the time, you'll start to get more money. Your time is so valuable, my friend. If you're sitting there spending hours a day to cut out a bunch of coupons going to save you $5, you've just valued your time at what, $2.50 an hour or whatever it may be? Very little. Could you not use that same time in some endeavor, even if it's working at a job somewhere, you just work for an extra hour, save way more money than you would have with the coupons, and then go buy whatever you want? Because many times people are buying things with coupons, it's not even the exact thing they want. So they're not even getting what they want. The only thing that whole entire system revolves around is them saving money and valuing money more than their time, more than their own enjoyment and pleasure in life. They're not even getting the thing they want. They're just saving money, and that's the only thing that seems to matter. And that isn't the only thing that matters. Your time is so valuable. Your life is so valuable. Your enjoyment of life, you're living the abundant life that Jesus came to give you, is so important. So my friend, as you go throughout your day, whatever the end goal that you're believing for, you believed you received, how would that person, whether it's a healthy weight, whether it's a certain amount of money, whether it's a certain relationship, whatever it may be, how does that person live their life? Start enacting that life right here and now. Do your visualizations, do your affirmations. Those are all important because that's reprogramming your subconscious mind so you can better live that life that you're believing for. But how can you today enact things that put you in the perspective of living as that person who has believed, they have received, and they shall receive it? My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.